Hello guys, and welcome to a little gameplay slash review kind of video. I recently picked up the Deluge mod. It's a brand new multiplayer mod for Mountain Blade Warband. So we're going to be doing a little bit of review, kind of overview of what this mod's about. Wanted to get it out there because it's a very interesting mod. It incorporates a few different things of games I like. This mod takes place in the roughly the late 17th century, early 18th century, with all the factions from Poland, Russia, the Lithuanian Tartars, Crimean Continent, and a couple other factions. So this is just a loading screen. It's got some nice new music. It's got a nice UI change. I'm just going to go over a little bit what the game looks like. So you can see here that the skins are a bit changed right here. So let's take a look at the faces. You get to choose whether you want to be European or what is it, or Tartar, I believe it's called, or Middle Eastern, whatever it is. And the skins are a bit changed. To be honest, like, the skins in this game are okay, but to be honest, I think they look a little blocky. Like the Europeans, they always look angry. Grr, you can see right there. But it is pretty cool to see a mod that's actually changed the skins for once. You don't see that very often. So you can see here that there's just a different couple faces right here. That's kind of a baby face. But anyway, I'm going to stick with my normal skin. And then you can see here's a ton of new banners now. We've got the Cossacks, we've got Warband, we've got Polish, Lithuanian Commonwealth, we've got Crimean Tartars, Ottoman Empire, tons of stuff. So you can see also the text has been changed, and so is the opening screen. Okay guys, before we jump into some actually real gameplay, this is one of the maps, to be honest. I just want to show you guys real quick. So this is one of the many maps that this mod has. The maps are pretty ingenious. You can see here there's a ton of men running inside that castle to go kill the enemy players. This is an invasion mod, if I hadn't mentioned that before. So how it works is that there's a ton of players that are pitted against a large mob of AI, and the players have to try to use teamwork and wit to try to survive. This server currently has 13 people on it. So there's 13 players trying to defend against the hordes of 33 AI, and so far they're really failing. You can see there that they're actually getting overrun. But right now I want to go over the classes real quick before we get into some real gameplay of me playing and letting you guys know what this mod's all about. So right now there are at least 4 to 5 factions in this mod starting off. The Zaporozhian Cossacks, the Crimean Continent, the Polish Commonwealth, and then I know there's also a Spanish one as well, if I remember. There might be more, I can't remember off the top of my head. So I'm just going to show you real quick. Each faction has their own different types of ingenious units. They're all kind of catered towards the same. Like, you can think that like one class will have a musketeer, and you can expect another class will have a musketeer. But they all have a couple different casts of units and tons of different weapons catered towards each faction, which are really cool. First of all, the screen for choosing your troops is very cool. So you mouse over and it gives you a display. It tells you how many men are already in that team. It gives you a nice display of a standard build for that type of unit. And on the right side, it tells you what they're like, and it tells you their main weapons and their weaknesses and their strengths, which is pretty interesting. So right here, this is the cavalrymen for the Zaporozhian Cossacks. They've got the Ottoman. That is a light-mounted footman. They use sabers, pistols, and armors, as you guys can read on the side. We've got the Zaporozhian infantrymen. Those are light Cossacks equipped with firearms. You can see I'm just kind of reading off the description there. Rezuns, Plastuns, Cossack engineer. Now, one class that every single faction in this game has is the engineer. The engineer is the most ingenious thing I've seen in any mod, and I haven't seen it done in any other mod before, actually. The engineer actually will construct fortifications. I know in a few other mods you're able to do that. You can build, like, you know, like barricades, I believe. Now, the Cossack engineer, though, it's very interesting. They can dig actually real trenches that will rise out of the ground, and they'll make dirt trenches you can take cover behind. They can also repair cannons. They can build shields, pavie shields, which what you do is your men go behind them and you move them around. They're like mobile shields basically made out of wood. Pretty interesting. They also have axes which can fell enemy fortifications very easily and very quickly. So, okay guys, so here we've got a little bit of gameplay here. We're going to be fighting up. This is the map Fort. I am fighting with 26 to roughly 27 players in this map. We are going to be withstanding a horde of about 40 AI. So you can see here I'm the Janissary class. This is using a musket. Right now we're going to unleash a huge torrent of muskets and arrows. There we go. You can hear the sounds are very good. The sound effects and the musket smoke are very high effect, very high detailed. And the reloading is very high detailed as well, in my opinion. It's much like the same as the mountain musket coding. I bet they got it from the open source project or something like that, for those of you modders out there. And right now you can see that we're getting into a pretty tough fight here. The AI has managed to get through. So far this game is very splendid. The melee fighting is very good. You will find when it says that your class is not good at melee fighting, like it says in the descriptions of each class, you will know your class is not good at melee fighting, which I find out later in this. So let's go on to a little bit of engineer gameplay. It's very interesting, that engineer gameplay. Alright, so here is the last thing I want to speak about a bit real quick. So this is the engineer class, the thing I talked about in the beginning that is a very, very interesting piece of work. So right here, an engineer can get a construction hammer and a shovel. Right now I'm using the shovel. Now what you do as an engineer is that with the shovel, you can build sand pits, or dirt pits. You can see right here that what I'm doing is that I'm actually holding the middle mouse wheel. I'm moving my mouse down to hit that shovel icon. And now what that does, you can see here that it raises the dirt around and it makes a little bit of a trench. So while it's going to be happening, right now it's a little bit of a tight spot because the guy on the left is doing the same thing at the same time as me. So the ground next to him cannot be manipulated. You can see once he's done, as soon as I start again, it's going to start getting raised. And there we go. You can see just by patting my shovel down the force, I get to make a little kind of a trench thing, which is really interesting. You can see right now, though, the AI is about to come in. In this battle, I think there's about 40 AI trying to storm our gates. Right now, they're battering down the gates right there, and we've got about 14 people trying to defend against it. The other thing I wanted to show you before this video is done is that I wanted to showcase the blunderbuss. The blunderbuss is a scattershot rifle that basically can take out multiple units if you're careful. Also, right next to me, you can see that we have a cannon. There also are cannons in this map. You can see that guy's going to fire the cannon straight into the center, kill a good amount, and here goes my blunderbuss. Destroy about 3 men right there. And right now, the AI is going to flood in. Now, it may look like we're winning at the moment, but the funny thing about Invasion is that once they get in, unless you have some good melee troops, which you can see we do not, we mainly have engineers and skirmishers, like riflemen, we're going to get massacred. So you can see here, these peasants are just going to town on us. So I hope you guys enjoyed this mod preview. This is a little bit of a preview here. I hope to see many of you guys in the Deluge mod. Very fun, very enjoyable, and I'll come to you guys soon with some more videos. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you guys again later.